Hello everyone, welcome in RPM High Gear race. Here with Prof Patik.
Yeah, hello everyone. Just waiting for my screen to load and then we are in shortly. And loading is complete for me. There we go. So we have 20 drivers. We have a full grid today here in Austria. And who is the first to set a time? It seems like our set time in the Alfa Romeo. And he set a 1:4.5, which is quickly beaten by Andrew X, who has done a 1:3.6 in the McLaren.
Already we can see the start 103. They all should be in that.
Yeah, Andrew's teammate has now done a 1:3.8 jet fishes in mid-gear, showing how quick he really is around Austria.
Let's see if anyone can get in 102 tonight.
Yeah, that's interesting to see. Maris Daniel slots into P3. Vix is crossing the line. He goes P2, 1:3.7 just behind Andrew X. And his teammate Boris is just about to start a lap here in Austria. Cosmo, what's your prediction? Who do you think is going to get pole here in Austria?
I'm not sure, but I will go with Laur.
You think Lau? Okay.
Yeah, the Romanian driver had some fast laps.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. FCT has slotted himself into P2 just behind Andrew X by a couple of hundredths actually, so he is doing very good in the Williams. And then the other times just coming in, no one really did challenge Andrew X's time just yet. Sminotla has invalidated, but he was a good contender to challenge his time. And who else can we see that's on a lap? I think Boris is just crossing the line. He's used all of his ERS. He crossed the line to go into P6 1:4.0. And that is it for now.
So top 5 is in 103. They are just separated by 2 tenths.
Yeah, that is very interesting to see.
I think the start will be very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. With a full grid, the start is going to be very, very interesting to see if there's any collisions or if they play it safe. As we see FCT the best on board with him, he's had a little spin and thankfully not getting in the way of any drivers, trying to reverse his way out onto the track. But he manages to get...
He offered some show to the fans.
Yeah, exactly. Alfa Romeo of Al doesn't get impended by FCT in the Williams, thankfully. Now Sminotla is in the pits, who's a contender. We see Bell Cutter, who's invalidated. Anyone? Red Bull of Big Puggy is just starting a lap. We'll go on board with him for his first lap here in Austria. Does a nice steady turn one. Now he's getting a little slipstream from Maris Daniel in the Ferrari. Now going into turn, as it is called officially. Takes a very nicely, just a little bit of as Cosmo's prediction, Law has gone pole with a 1:3.6 just in front of Andrew X. What a prediction by Cosmo.
Indeed, it's so, but it's still close. I mean,
yeah,
the battle
right.
is not finished yet, so I'm still hoping someone will get into 102.
I think so too, with the pace of these drivers, especially with the likes of Farrell Fury, who I can't see. Maybe I'm just blind, but I can't see him right now. Maybe he's not racing. Spritzy and Backer just having a little conversation. Spritzy is over the moon that there's 20 drivers on the grid. Awesome job, guys. As we see Big Puggy just about to complete a lap.
Let's see where he will go.
And he goes P7.
104.1.
Yeah.
That's a good lap.
That is a very nice lap. I think Captain Blade is just starting a lap in the Mercedes. Sprunky's just coming out the pits. He'll get a nice slipstream from ISRS. Sprunky's in the Alpine. As Multi, who's extremely fast on this new game, sets a 1:3.6, our new provisional pole in the Williams racing team. But we'll stick on board with Captain Blade, who hasn't yet set a time, alongside his team at ISRL Bumblebee. We have someone weaving in front of him. I hope they get out of the way soon. And a bit of drifting going on for Captain Blade.
Indeed, will be very very interesting. It's not finished yet. Let's see
No, yeah, for sure.
Another 10 minutes of high speed.
As Captain Blade is nearly crossing the line. These two corners are very, very difficult, and he decides to go into the pits. He's all over the place, but he gets into the pits finally. And the gaps says back at 4 cars in 03.6. You are completely right, Backer, as FCT is revving his engine quite a bit. Any other drives that we can see, Cosmo? I think CJ Butcher's on the lap.
Let's go for Alfa Romeo 2737.
Yeah, code name of Scott, I believe. I don't know if he might be going into the pits or whether he decides to go into the pits. What about Marius Daniel? He seems to be on lap, the Romanian driver.
Let's go on board with him.
Yeah, Marius Daniel. He is a fast driver, isn't he, Cosmo?
He's quite fast, but he decided to go
into the pits, yeah. Who's that crossing the line?
Fish, I think he's out.
Jeff Fish is out.
103.6. He's improving.
Alright, good to see. We got on board with
3 now.
Jetfish. There we go. I'm on board with Jetfish going into turn 3.
I think he decided to go for another run.
Yeah, he is up on his time. Is that Law setting another fastest lap of the race, Cosmo? 1:3.5.
Now we'll get another fastest lap.
Yeah.
103.5. Let's see. Some other driver can challenge them.
Yeah, we will see Multi's impressive with P2. We'll see if it seems like a Haas maybe. Is that Boris? Boris is on a lap. Civix is just starting a lap. And I think we have rain in this race as well, which will make it quite interesting.
Indeed, will be a great show.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think we ever had in RPM
Rain.
So
yeah.
Maybe high tier will break the ice.
Yeah, you're right. I'm on board with Renato Fitjenki right now in P13.
Is Alfa Romeo of Renato?
Yep.
Let's see if he can improve. His teammate as well.
He's up by 5/10, Cosmo, Renato. And Civix in the Urukai Haas F1 team sets on 1:3.2. As you said, challenging. He's very quick, Civix. But here comes Renato. He's drifting everywhere, but he does cross the line, and I'm sure it's a good attention. He goes into P8.
Alpha second. So top 10, 103.
Yep. Top 10 are in the 103s.
Now lost his pole on Civic 103.2, so we are close.
Yeah, as Al goes into P11 with a 14.0. We can look at Sminotla, who is a challenger for pole, who is just finishing off his lap, and this could be a cracking lap from the British driver in the Red Bull DRS enabled now. And he goes into pole. He takes pole, provisional pole, at least 1:03.2. What a lap from Sminotla there.
Exactly, what a lap from the Red Bull driver.
Yeah,
Did
that's
great.
just good job from Sminotla. Let's see if anyone can challenge him. Sivix will be looking to challenge him for sure. And we can look at Multi. Multi just starting his lap in the Williams. He's in P5. He'll be looking to gain some time. That's my teammate, says Backer. I'm on board with Multi right now, Cosmo. We'll see if he improves in the end. And an Alfa Romeo has spun. No, he's just going very slowly. Anyway, back on board with Multi. You need to take a little bit of curb, but not too much here, just to make sure that you don't lose too much time. Now you want to scrub as less speed as possible here and take a lot of curb on the right, but try not to invalidate your lap.
He's still on 110 now.
Who, Multi? Yeah. And you cross the line, I don't think he'll be able to improve unless he has a very good final corner. And Civix goes provisional pole again, swapping places, and Multi goes into P3, and Civix takes provisional pole with a 1:03.1.
So again, another challenge for the Red Bull driver. Even the McLaren Jetfish can go.
Yeah, Jetfish just went into P3 with a 1:03.3. And ooh, who else can we go on board with? I think Boris is just finishing off his lap 2 in the Haas.
I think Multi is going for another lap.
Back is not impressed. We'll go on board with Multi as Boris goes into P7. Back on board with Multi now. He is on another lap and he is improving. You're right, Cosmo. Multi is on fire. Fire emoji, laughing emoji, and thumbs up emoji from Spritz. He's enjoying Multi. And Multi decides to be going into the pits, if I'm not wrong, unless that's an unusual line. No, he is going into the pits. Boris is on another lap, it seems like, and Felix's teammate is going into the pits. The AlphaTauri's up on his time. What about Andrew X? I think Andrew X might be on a lap, Cosmo.
Let's see what's going on.
And he is improving by about a tenth. Bit of short shifting there out of turn 3. Slipstream from Law in the Ferrari. And Andrix trying to take as much curb as possible there, nearly invalidating, but just on the limit. And he is up by about 2, nearly 3/10. Now going through the penultimate corner in the McLaren. How does he take it? Does he take curb? Does he not? He chooses not to, just take a little bit of curb. Now going through the final corner, not taking too much curb on the right, otherwise he will spin the car. And he crosses the line. We go into P5 with a 1:03.4. I think Shiggs might be just finishing off his lap. No, that's my mistake. Sprunky is just starting his lap in the Alpine. Looking to get out from P11 in the Alpine. Eyes on now for Renato though, who's up by about a tenth. Maybe he could challenge the P8 spot from Boris, and he does challenge the P8 spot from Boris into P8 with a 1:03.5. We see like an AlphaTauri who has improved CJ Butch into P12, and lots of drivers.
Williams of Multi is really trying to get on.
Yeah.
First.
Lord just might be I don't know. I think Lord just finished off his lap but couldn't improve, and he's going for another lap, but has invalidated unfortunately in the Ferrari. Andrew X is just starting another lap. Let's see if any improvements for anyone. As we see, Marius Daniel in the Ferrari has spun unfortunately, and he has now gone to the grass. I don't know what's going on. I think he's just letting his teammate by, yeah. Come on, Sprunky, in that beautiful Alpine, says Spritzy. He loves his Alpine. Backer says Swinotland. So very close. They are incredibly close, yeah. We'll see if anyone is on a lap soon. As there's lots of yellow flags, and we see FCT has actually retired from the session. I don't know what's going on with FCT there in the first corner. We'll see if we can go on board with Marius Daniel. No, I don't think we can see what happened to him. Maybe on the right. I think FCT just lost it, yeah. Like I did yesterday in yesterday's race, in the exact same fashion, he has lost the car. See if Sminotla or Civic's on a lap. I think Civic's might just be finishing off his lap in the Haas, but he is not improving, as Andrex has also retired from the session. Civic's has got the checkered flag to his name. What about Sminotla now in the Red Bull? On board with Sminotla. Can he challenge pole? Can he get this P1 position from Civic's in the Red Bull? Now crossing the line, the British driver goes pole with a 1.2.0. Lovely lap from Swinotla. He will be impressed with that.
Great lap from him.
Yeah, correct, Cosmo. Brilliant lap from him. And Cosmo, would you go through our qualifying results, please, for us? Cosmo?
Again,
can you go through our qualifying results for us, please?
We've got Red Bull team. What's his name?
Sminotla.
Minola.
Yep.
On pole with 103.006. Physics on second position, followed by Boris.
And we'll see the rest later, I guess, on the formation lap. So yes, Minotla tops our timing charts with a last minute best lap with a 1.3.0. Civix takes P2, Boris takes P3, Jetfish and Multi, the two British drivers, take P4 and P5. Captain Blade in the Mercedes taking P6, Andrew X P7, Law P8, Marius Daniel P9, Renato is in P10, followed by Shigs, his fellow countryman P11. FCT unfortunately had a DNF, but on the medium tyres he goes P12. Sprunky goes P13, CJ Bitch goes P14. And followed by AL in the Alfa Romeo, Big Puggy, ISR Bumblebee, Belcotto Sco in the AlphaTauri, One Wing and Nampapjuri, the two Aston Martins rounding out the pack here in Austria.
Great qualifying.
Yeah, and there we go, we have rain now here in Austria. Lovely qualifying for us, and now we have rain.
So here we go for first RPM race with rain. Let's see how the high gear drivers will handle this.
Correct.
I hope we will not have many DNFs on first lap.
I hope so too, but it is very risky at Austria in the rain, man. Very slippery, and in Austria the curbs aren't forgiving at all, so we'll see how drivers cope in these conditions.
And depends what setups they choose, so let's see.
Exactly, if they choose a rain setup in quali, or whether they chose for a dry one. As we do have the formation lap and the waste spin, not lap, our pole driver. He said in the high gear press room that he was opting for a high 102 in quali, and
so someone just spun.
Oh, and Spinotla nearly spun. I think we'll have lots of spinning tomorrow, as Civix has been disqualified. So it is a full wet race here in Austria. Spinotla said in high gear press room he was hoping for a high 02. He got a 03 in quali, which I think he'll still be happy with as it is pole, and he'll be hoping for a podium in Austria. So we'll see if Sminola can get that. How did Stevens get disqualified? I think maybe just a bit of contact. Boris just behind him. He wanted a low 03, and his prediction is that he will get a top 10. He says he gets too much warnings here, and if he doesn't cut the corners too much, maybe top 8. We'll see if he can achieve that. He's definitely got a good qualifying result, and he wants to beat Bakker as he's not driving today, so it should be easy for him. It should be indeed, as he has spun the car as well onto the gravel, Boris, and he'll be trying to get back with not the best tyres. Cosmo is on fire, says Hurst. Cosmo is always on fire. And we're nearly ready for the grid to line up here in Austria. Predictions for the podium, Cosmo?
I don't have any. The conditions are too heavy.
I agree, yeah. Although
anything is possible. Trust me, every driver is capable to get the win. So
yeah,
in these conditions, I can bet on Noah.
And we are nearly ready. This is very exciting here in Austria in the high gear race in if I can get my words out, in Spielberg for the pre-season race, and it's nearly lights out. And we have a nice camera view here from the Red Bull TV pod and the TV camera. One light, two lights. You want to go for the start? It's lights out, and Sminotler gets a decent start, but can Boris or Civics find in between the two Hasses here? And Civics forces Boris to go a bit wide. Now the two Hasses are still fighting. Any damage? I'm not sure for the other drivers. As will Boris go down the inside of Civics. No, he decides to stay back, and we'll see if any drivers have any damage continuing down the grid. And AlphaTauri went for a dangerous move there of CJ Putsch. We just caught that on camera, and he has now gone to P-Last, and he went into One Wing as well, who has gone round in Austria. Not the best day for CJ Putsch at all.
Unlucky. Yeah, I've seen that from you.
Yeah, that was unlucky as Jetfish overtakes Civics to get into P3, and he'll be looking to get Boris later on in this race. Very close gaps here in Spielberg, as there is a full-weight fight for P2 here.
Both Alfa Romeo looks like they're fighting each other.
We'll go on board with that fight right now. Renato, can he get a good exit onto the penultimate corner? He has got a very good overtake enabled, and a bit of lag for me, I guess, but can't quite get the move as Al lets him by. That's very good sportsmanship from him, but in that process he's let lots of people by, but I think Al was just pitting for front wing damage.
And the Alpine just went for the move.
As I don't know what's going on right now. Lots of tight gaps. Let's go up to the front, as there's a virtual safety car. And the factory is 12 up, says Bakker. I guess the virtual safety car is just for loads of people colliding in the race.
Looks like the Red Bull driver got like 3-4 seconds away.
That's Minotli, yeah. He got a decent start, and he got away with everyone else fighting whilst he ran away, and by 3-4 seconds. And there is a safety car now. A new feature in this game where a virtual safety car can convert into a safety car, and that's exactly what happened here. And we'll see what happens with strategy as CJ Bitch has gone out of the pits. Is anyone going to jump into the pits here, Cosmo?
I don't think they will queue for that pit box right now. Too early. If you have damage, of course, but I think many of them, they just had some fair battle.
Yeah, exactly. As Spinotto retains his P1 position, Cvix has gone all the way down to P10. While CJ Rich says Alicia Myers. And Yeah, Civics has pitted, and he's gone down 10, 11, 12, and even more positions in the Haas.
Lauer with the Ferrari is fitting as well. Or just two drivers.
Yeah, just two drivers going into the pits. We'll go through our drivers now. Captain Blade, what's he said in the press? He said that Captain Blade, he said that where did your PSN online ID come from was one of the questions, and he said he used to have Saucy Demon, but he lost a bet and he had to close his eye and choose a random generic PSN name, and he isn't paying $10 to change it again, so that's unfortunate for Captain Blade. With his PSN name being as it is. His target lap time for quali was, he wasn't sure, he was aiming for lower than 3.1. And the main question here for the race, he's hoping to get a win or a podium, as this is his favourite track and his best track in terms of pace. Farrell Fury giving best of luck to everyone here. So yeah, as Baka mentioned, Napapidri has gone up 13 positions, even further, 30 positions now from where he was in last place, and FCT has gone up 6 positions from P12 with his DNF. So, DNF is quali, I mean. So, this is turning out very good for the Williams drivers here in Austria.
And the Aston Martin driver got 13 positions.
Yeah, awesome drive from the Aston Martin. As Captain Blade is having connection problems, unfortunately, in his Mercedes. And the safety car is in this lap. We have confirmation from race control. As we see, Marty is in P5. Captain Blade unfortunately having connection problems. Marty in the press room said he got second last week, so maybe a podium again. We'll see if he can get that podium. But now all the focus is on Spinotla, who is in charge of our race restart. It's time to see Boris on the podium, says Mika. Go on, Cosmo.
Let's see who gets the better start.
Yeah, we'll see. Spinotla really slowing down the pack here. I'm sure many drivers would just spin the car because of traction is so hard on the wet tyres. But here goes Spinotla. It's time to go in Austria. And he's got an awesome start, nearly 8 tenths in front of Boris. But Jetfish is close behind as there's battling between. Big Puggy seems to have lost the car. He's completely spun the car on 0 miles per hour. And now he's going to shoot down to the back of the grid. Unfortunate for him. Any other fights that we can catch, Cosmo? I think AL is going for a move on Bumblebee, and Andrew X has also had a little moment, and he is now down quite a lot of positions. Can we see out on ISRO Bumblebee here in the Alfa Romeo? He chooses to go down the inside in the rain. This is a bold move from out in the Alfa Romeo, taking a lot of curb on the right, and it seems like his teammate Renato has also spun the car. How many spins are we going to have in this race? And Al unfortunately couldn't get the position back from he did get the position, sorry, from ISRO Bumblebee.
Looks like all the fights are in the back of the grid.
Yeah, that's what it's seeming like.
Just fighting here.
As Law, yeah, Civics and Law, I'm just on board with that fight, and Law gets the advantage and goes up into P12 in the wet, as my table's unfortunately glitching, which is a bit annoying. We have Renato just overtaking Big Puggy for P19 here in this race. Can't we see any other gaps? We've seen Napapidri, who's gone up 14 positions now in this race, going to another 7 positions up in the form of FCT the best. Here he comes now, Napapidri. He's got a nice, Aston Martin's got a nice exit now, using overtake, getting the slipstream as much as he can without touching the car in front of him. Now, will he go down the inside? very close between the two drivers. He's got a lovely exit here, the Aston Martin driver. Can he get the move done? He's going to use overtake, but FCT the best is also using all of his overtake, and we'll see. No one quite getting the move done. AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo fighting. Al has gone up into P9 now. I guess it's very hard conditions to overtake in the wet, and every time you're going for an overtake you're taking a big risk. That's Minotla, see, 2.2 seconds in front of Boris. So he's having an incredible race so far. Law is on the back of Bumblebee with overtake, and he gets the move done, and he slots up into P11, but not just yet. Bumblebee will fight back in his Mercedes as Jetfish and Boris are fighting. Jetfish goes up into P2. Here comes ISR. Bumblebee back on with Law, but he is too far away to get the move done, I guess. Napapidri and FCT the best are fighting. Napapidri's round outside in the Aston Martin. Let's see who will come out in front in this fight here. They both break very, very late. But FCT, will he get the fighting position? Napapidri's gone for the switchback. This is some awesome racing here between the Aston Martin and the Williams. Great racing, fair racing as well. And FCT has gained back his P5 in an awkward corner, but he's done the job.
Exactly, great racing showed by both drivers. Looks like lap 7 and we still got 20 drivers, which is actually a good result so far.
You're right, that's very good from the drivers here in high gear, as Napapidri has re-overtaken FCT the best to gain his P5 position back here in Spielberg. Will FCT the best fight back? He's not got the best of exit, so I don't think he will be able to just yet. Bumblebee and lower. Again, a bit too far away, and it'll be a risk if they decide to go for this move.
And I think here is a good battle as well. And the Ferrari driver go for the move.
He does get the move, but look at Bumblebee here on the right of the AlphaTauri. Will he get the move done into P11? Nearly going into Lau there, but he gets the move done, a bit of contact, and Bumblebee takes P11 in this race. Looking at the front here, so we're not Lau's now getting a 4.4 second gap on Jetfish, who's in the McLaren, and Boris has gone down into P3 after getting overtaken, as we have a 3 yellow flags for, it looks like an Alpine of Sprunky, who is now on the grass, unfortunately for him, and he might go down all the way to P16, P17, very unfortunate for him. As the two, I think FCT, I don't know what happened there, as we have a full course safety car now, Cosmo, for some reason.
So everybody will go for the pit. Let's see.
Yeah,
this will be. This will change a bit.
The order, yeah. I think it might be because everyone's spinning and the game just recognises that there should be a safety car, and there is a safety car, as we were on board with Maris Daniel, and he's lost the car, unfortunately. So as you said, Cosmo, we'll see who's going to pit and who isn't going to pit.
I think everybody will just start pitting right now. I mean, would be a wise decision to do that. I will do that. Will you do that in
I would
this
definitely.
situation?
I just follow everyone. I don't really have a strategy for myself. But in this situation, I would definitely pit if I were them. Sprunky and Renato have already pitted, and I'm on board with Spinotto right now to see what he will do. He's staying out, Spinotto, in the Red Bull, which is interesting. Jetfish is also staying out. Seems like Jeff has put them on another strategy where they will stay out longer. Or maybe the race will dry out later on, we don't know. FCT the best is one of the only drivers in the top 7 who decide to pit. So will anyone follow him? No, it doesn't seem like it. So it seems like not many drivers are pitting Cosmo in the end.
Indeed. Maybe they choose to go for a long stint.
Yeah, I think so.
And just keep. I think it's very important the track position here right now. So everybody just stick where he is and try to take advantage of the tires.
Yeah, exactly. So we have another safety car here. Drivers are all over the place here in Austria. So we wait for everyone to catch up back to the pack, and so we can have a nice restart here in Austria. And we'll see if Jetfish maybe can get the move done on Spinotla, or Boris getting the move on Jetfish. And we'll see how it turns out. Only drivers with penalties so far are the AlphaTauri of Belkostsko and Big Puggy in the Red Bull.
So we will have another lap.
Yeah, another lap around Austria.
We should see the Aston Martin safety car as well in the game.
It's a bit boring, isn't it, seeing that red safety car every time?
Exactly. They should just use it.
It's Codemasters, Cosmo. These guys aren't the best at doing good things in the game. Maybe later on we'll see a green safety car, hopefully. In terms of position changes, again, he's gone up by 15 positions now. The Aston Martin of Papadry. And Bumblebee and AlphaTauri have gone up by 8 positions here.
So, definitely driver of the day
is Papadry. As Bumblebee has lost it, we just saw that from the AlphaTauri's point of view, and he's DNF'd. He has DNF'd, and people getting 5-second penalties all over the place now. What's happening? I hope Renato doesn't go into him. What's going on?
Oh, Big Puggy as well.
Yeah, Big Puggy as well, but unfortunately he hasn't DNF'd. Thanks for pointing that out, Cosmo. Big Puggy has also lost the car, and he will have to surely... actually, it's not that bad, his front wing damage, but on this game it feels like Red Wing when compared to last game.
Still, you need to... I think you need to pit, because on wet conditions it's quite hard to keep up with these drivers, so...
Yeah. And because of this, the safety car will be in for another lap.
Let's see the tires, how they... So... Top 6, they just didn't stop at all.
Run into, yeah, which is very interesting. But still, only 1 DNF in 12 laps, almost. Well, it is actually a quarter of this race, a third, should I say? Only 1 DNF is very good to see.
I think will be a very good battle over the season. So
yeah,
it's nice to watch.
And the safety car is in this lap, which is good to see. And we'll see, maybe some spins in this restart, maybe not. We will see. Again, Spinotto going very, very slowly. He wants a nice restart where he is in clean air and doesn't want any battles with Jetfish. Jetfish, although, is I think he might have won last race actually in mid-gear, if I'm not wrong. But anyway, Spinotla is restarting the race now in the P1 position, and he hasn't had the best of restarts as he did before, as the Puppetry has gone into the pits. Captain Blade and Multi are fighting out. Sorry, should I say Captain Blade and Boris. Will Captain Blade go down the inside of Boris? And no, he can't get the move done on the Haas. Maybe on this straight? No, not quite. Any of the battles down the field we see One Wing and FCT the best fighting. Nobody can get there now. What about Sprunky and One Wing? These people are very, very close. Sprunky now on One Wing for this P12 position. Will he decide to go down the inside of the Aston Martin? He does decide to go for the move. The Alpine going down the inside of the Aston Martin. Can he get this move done? Can One Wing get the switch back? No, he can't. Sprunky has got the move done on One Wing. We see Captain Blade now on Boris. Far away for now. Out on Multi. Scott in the Alfa Romeo. They're side by side now. The Williams and the Alfa Romeo. We'll look at it from the TV point of view. And can Multi hold his inside? No, no. Al swoops around the outside and gets his P5 position.
That was quite close.
That was, yeah.
There was no room for...
But in the end, this driver's made it stick without any contact, so fair play. Can we see any other close battles? We see FCT the best, who's gaining a lot on Shakes. He won't go down the inside though. He thinks better of it. Is Captain Blade close enough to Boris? That CJ Butch gets a 3-second time penalty. We'll see if Captain Blade is close enough to go for the... He does decide to go for the move. This is a full-on lockup now for Captain Blade. But still, he's still on the track, and maybe you get this position from Boris.
The both Alfa Romeo, Alpha Tauri, they was battling, and looks like the Alpine joined the battle as well.
As Big Puggy has spun the car, and yeah, you're right, Cosmo. Now Captain Blade is going down the inside in the same fashion as Multi was down the inside, but couldn't make the move stick. But Captain Blade is trying to make the move stick, and there's no contact. They were really millimeters close to making contact, but they're extremely close for comfort. And Boris retains his P3. Lovely racing from these two drivers. Is Sprunky close enough to get the move done on FCT? I don't think so. He'll go for the move. Yeah, he does. He thinks better of it. Sminola once again gapping the P2 by 1.2 positions. We'll stick on board with FCT now, who's trying to get the move on the AlphaTauri. Overtaking there, but he has a full bar of ERS. And he is gaining rapidly, trying to go down the inside. FCT in the Williams, but Belloc Tosso is going to fight back, and a bit of contact as well. FCT the best gets his P10 position in the end. Lovely racing from these two. And that is it for this battle. We see Marius Daniel on Andrix, the two remaining drivers fighting it out, but they stay in their position, as Marius Daniel has a big lock up there going onto the grass and has to concede a position to Civix because of this. Isara Bumblebee says I hit low, so it's 5 seconds is his fault. Good for earning up to that, Bumblebee. And Shaq says fire. Ooh, it's raining. It is raining, Shaq, here in Austria. Although maybe it will dry out a bit later on in this race, because the top 4 are all Apple intermediate. Sprunky has the closest gap so far in this race on the AlphaTauri of Belkatosco. Civix getting a time penalty. Lots of drivers struggling to keep it on track in the wet conditions. Now trying to go round the outside. Arthur or Sprunky. We've seen lots of these moves, but can Sprunky make it stick? It's all about the traction here now. They're side by side, these two drivers, but the Alpha is now in P11, but not for long. If Sprunky can get the move done down the inside, and he does go for it down the inside. And does he make the move stick? And he does make the move stick, and he moves up into P11.
Great racing from both.
Yeah, for sure. We haven't seen a piece of bad racing from all drivers so far, I guess. Yeah. As I think Captain Blade is very close to getting Boris. We'll see if he can get the move done on the second straight. But for now, we see One Wing, who's only 1/10 away from as the AlphaTauri of Belkotowsko has gone into the pits.
Captain Blade looks like we'll go for the...
Yeah, we'll see if he goes for it on the second straight. Look at these penalties being dished out, Cosmo, left, right and centre. I think this race will turn out to be all about penalties, like we saw in Midgear's race yesterday. And Captain Blade, unfortunately, is a touch too far to get the move done. Shigs on CJ Butch the same. What about Andrew and Renato Fitjunkie? Again, a bit too far away. But it might just be me, or the track is drying out a bit. The rain is falling less heavily.
But it's still rainy, so...
No chance of going on to dry slicks. But Renato gets the move done on One Wing and goes up into P2. A bit of contact actually between the two drivers. And Andrix is just peeking for a move, but can't get it done. And Civix is a spectator from behind. Andrex was looking for a move down the right, but couldn't get it done. Isara Bumblebee has left the session. I'm on board with Andrex right now, who's using lots of overtake to get in front of One Wing. And Multi is also very close in P6 to out in the Alfa Romeo. Can he get the move done? Down the inside, we'll see. And it's a rubbish camera view. And maybe Multi can get the move stick as there's battling between Civix and Andrex. But Multi can't get the move stick, unfortunately.
Sprunky gets a 3 seconds penalty.
Yep, and Jeffrey's gone into the pits as well as DNF. Oh, he's just the other way around. I hope no drivers go into him because... And there's this is our third safety car of this race, isn't it, Cosmo? Lots of...
Exactly, we've got a safety car.
Again, yeah.
Let's see the tires. So they are 18 laps old.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not on tyres right now. There we go. 18 laps old tyres. Surely Sminotler will pit now in this race. We'll see what the strategy will be now for Spinotler, who has been dominating this race so far after getting pole. And it looks like Spinotler is pitting Cosmo in the Red Bull. And surely Boris and Captain Blade will follow. And everyone will be on fresh wet tyres for the restart of this race. And Boris is... Oh no, Boris is actually not...
Boris. Boris is staying out.
Same with Captain Blade actually. Captain Blade has followed Boris and is staying out. What is going on? Multi's staying out. Multi's staying out. CJ Butch is staying out. And Chicks is staying out.
FC the Best is staying out and Sprunky. Yeah, interesting, no?
Yeah, very interesting. I don't know what's going on with strategy. It's sort of surprised, but the race leader, well, our provisional race leader is in P5 with fresh wet tyres. As Captain Blade gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Don't know what this all is all about. These penalties. Belkotowsko has also got a 3-second time penalty.
Maybe they expect some dry race later on. I don't see why.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because there's only 16 laps left, so surely they'll be thinking about something about dries.
But it doesn't look like will be dry, so...
Yeah, neither. If I was them, I would have pitted already. But Boris, Captain Blade, and CJ Butch have stayed out. And if their strategy pays off, then Boris has got the win, and Captain Blade has maybe got P2 and CJ Butch P3. So we'll see how this turns out. As I think we'll have another lap of this safety car.
Or maybe they just take in account another safety car, but we already had 3.
Yeah, already 3. I know, and possibly more because this game dishes out safety cars quite a lot. But we'll see what happens in the end.
So many people choose to stay out. 20 laps old.
Yeah.
Intermediate tires.
It's very interesting for sure. We see a driver who has pitted is Andrew X. He was hoping for a top 5 finish in this race, which although he isn't in the top 5 right now, is very possible with all these tyre strategies and this weather differences. And his aim is to have a consistent race pace with no incidents. So we'll see how this turns out at the end of the race. And also One Wing has also pitted. One Wing said that I'll start in the rear like always, start on the slower compound and work my one stop into the top 10 like always. Unfortunately this is a wet race, so I don't think your strategy will work, One Wing, but maybe still you can get up into the podium positions. And he says, I'd like to beat them all, lol, no preference, just want a tidy race. And a tidy race is what he's sort of had so far. We'll see what happens at the end. Now safety car is in this lap, Cosmo, or not? I'm not sure.
Safety car is in this lap.
Let's see. Alright.
Let's see how they will handle those new intermediums of the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm on board with the Red Bull driver.
Oh, Sminotla.
Yes.
Alright, and for now, you stay on board with him, I'll stay on board with Boris. Boris gets an okay restart. And how's Sminotla doing? Sminotla is doing great, isn't he, Cosmo? He's around the outside of Multi. Maybe he can make this move stick.
Let's see. And
yeah.
She's going...
and TJ Butch is just...
oh my god, he's just...
he's avoided an airplane crash there, hasn't he?
Exactly, he was so lucky. So he just gained 2 positions and he's going for the... He just locked up
for sure.
a bit, but...
what is going on here with Captain Blade and
the Red Bull driver, he's just going mad and getting the first place back.
What an awesome race by Svinotla. From P5 after the safety car restart to P1.
His strategy, it worked.
Paid off, yeah. And now Captain Blade is down the inside of FCT but couldn't get the move. Lots of fighting here with Multi and Sprunky. Sprunky getting the move done on his Multi.
Let's see what's going on. The Alpine driver, he's trying...
Of Shigs, yeah. Sector 2 yellow flag, seem like an AlphaTauri of CJ Butch. But we'll stay on board with ISR of Sprunky. He's a bit too far away to get the move done on this occasion. Big Pug in Belkatosco. Big Pug is down the inside of the AlphaTauri driver. Can he make this move stick into turn 1? No, the AlphaTauri keeps it round the outside. And the Red Bull has nearly spun. He just saved the car there. And now that means that Aston Martin and the Red Bull are side by side. Now going onto this straight. And Napapijuri has the advantage. As now these people are... Oh, and Captain Blade has lost the car once again. But Boris is now on the back of FCT. What happened to Sprunky?
Just get past to it. And looks like we've got some good battles here. Boris with FC the best.
The 2 Alfa Romeos are also fighting, as we can see. And Belkatosco on the inside of Maris Daniel. Nearly a bit of contact there, but not quite. Again down the inside goes Belkatosco. And oh, what is this? What is this? What is going on here? Wheel to wheel for about 200 meters, but it's all done now. Belkatosco has got the move done into P12, and that will be it so far. Now I'm on board with...
Jetfish,
Yeah, go on.
Jetfish just he's braking a bit too much. There was almost contact over there.
Is that Civic says that's DNF'd?
Civic's DNF.
And another safety car. Here we go. Full safety car of this race.
So
And Spinola is still in the lead for 24 laps of this race. Spinola has been in the lead and he is again in the lead. Maybe Boris will pit now finally on 13 lap old intermediate.
I don't think he will pit. Can he go through the end?
John says Red Bull lads doing well, they're doing awesome. John, Spinola is obviously in P1 and his teammate Big Puggy and is in P14 but maybe can make it up on his 4 lap old intermediates.
We've got another 12 laps, so
And Boris is staying out.
Boris staying out and Sprunky as well. This is getting
ridiculous.
It's getting hot. Those tires, I think they start crying soon. So
yeah, same here.
Multi had 24 laps on his tires.
He's gone onto slicks. The only driver to go gamble onto slicks is Multi. Look, with front wing damage, but he is now out.
So, do you think that was a mistake, or
I have no idea.
What you think we'll just try?
It can either be,
but I think it's a
on.
mistake.
It can either be a grave mistake and he'll just go last, or it can be a really good advantage and he'll just jump up into P1. We'll see.
Let's see how he handles.
Yeah, we'll see. Dry tyres soon, no point going for the Inters as Marcus. So with Marcus' theory, Multi has done the absolutely right decision.
So this will get even crazier now.
Yeah. As if it wasn't already crazy.
Multi decide to just...
Multi just he's had enough. He's had enough, yeah, cutting the grass and going on to soft tyres.
So Multi is all over the place and he's almost
and he's spun.
Crash.
Oh no.
Marius Daniel, he was just on time in brakes, so he just avoided. Hopefully he didn't got any damage, and he didn't.
So what Marcus was saying that I got wrong was that there's no point of Boris to pit because it's going to be dry soon, and so you just go straight onto slick tyres. That's what he is saying. But for now, it's definitely not right time for slicks, as we see with Multi.
Multi will have so much stress in the next few laps. These conditions, they are not for dries, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So 10 laps left in this already chaotic race. We'll see if it gets even more chaotic with all the drivers pitting for slicks maybe. Spinola is on 5 lap old Inters, but he's got P1 again with those incidents in the last safety car restart. We'll see what happens now, Cosmo.
But still keep in mind we've got just 3 DNFs, which is
awesome.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But I can see the truck is quite getting... Yeah, it's getting dry.
Yeah, from spectators' point of view it is dry, yeah.
So Multi maybe did the right...
We'll see. As Andrew gets a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Captain Blade. Jetfish has gone into the pits. Will he go into slicks? We'll see. Let's see what Jetfish decides to do. Surely if he's on 0 lap on Inters, unless he has damage, he will be going on to slicks.
So...
And what's he doing?
In mediums.
Mediums? I don't know why you're
think
going to mediums.
mediums, they will not work at all in this kind of conditions.
Jeffrey's just thinking of a completely different strategy, but we'll see how it turns out. But personally, I would have just gone for the softs, not the mediums.
I think the softs, they will last you for the laps remaining, so
Yeah, I'm on board with Jetfish right now to see what happens, because softs will easily lap till the end, so
same, we will see.
we'll see what Jetfish is looking alright. He's looking steady, but he's going at a very slow speed at the moment, so we can't tell. He's very slippy, getting the traction on. And Cosmo, please tell me if the safety car is in this lap.
Safety car in.
Okay,
So,
safety car in this lap. Race control confirmation.
So let's go on board with the Red Bull driver.
Yeah. I'm on board with Sminotler, the Red Bull driver, who is in the lead of this race. Can he convert his pole into a win, even in these slippery, slimy conditions?
But I think in a lap or two they will just queue for the pit, so
Yeah. Sminotler has baited like 5 times whether he's going into the pits or not. But in the end, he's not going into the pits. Here comes Sminotler now with his restart, foot on the gas, overtake enabled. And he gets a fabulous restart on FCT. Any battles that we see Big Puggy and Bel Tosco fighting it out, and also Captain Blade and One Wing just behind them. But can Big Puggy get the move done? He does get the move done. He jumps up into P9. What about One Wing and Captain Blade? Captain Blade is round the outside there now, side by side these two drivers, but Captain Blade goes up into P11. Napapidri and Renato Fitjunkie are fighting it out, but Fitjunkie has to concede the position, and Fitjunkie is now in P8 in this race.
and Andrew just pitted, but he got another
intermediate tyres, yeah.
So
I seem like Jetfish is not doing well at all on these medium tyres, to be honest.
and multi as well, they're just struggling a bit.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get better on later on, we'll see. Captain Blade now going for the move around the outside of Big Puggy. Can he sweep around the outside? He's trying to do, and he maybe no, he can't sweep around the outside, unfortunately. I'm looking at Captain Blade. Unfortunately, can't get that move done yet. But I'm looking at Sprunky now on Boris. Unfortunately, a bit too far away. Captain Blade wasn't able to pull the move on, as we have yellow flags.
He's just going for the move, and he will go for the Alfa Romeo as well. No.
Yeah, Captain Blade got the move done, and Shigs has gone very wide as you can see. But Captain Blade now on the Alfa Romeo, he's got overspeed. Captain Blade is going for it now. Will he be the last of the breakers? He's braking very, very late, but Renato also brakes late, and Shigs is very wide. Captain Blade gets P7, and Big Puggy is spun round.
Oh,
that is unfortunate for Big Puggy, getting caught up in the mix of things, and Multi is DNF with soft tyres.
DNFs, no.
And I hope this is another safety car.
I don't think will be another safety car.
Yeah, and it isn't in the end.
Let's see what Jetfish.
And I'm just looking at some good battles that we can look at for now, for our audience. Marius Daniel, yeah, go on.
Daniel is, and she's
but
just
look at CJ Butch.
by Alpha Tauri.
Yep, CJ Butch now down the inside. Can he get the move? Then the Ferrari defense hard of Marius Daniel, and it's
still going.
Still going. Marius Daniel gets a 3-second time penalty, but he doesn't care. He wants to race CJ Butch. And CJ Butch now gets P10.
Such a great driving, guys.
Yeah. But I'm now on board with Sprunky, but Napapidri on Scott, who is in the Alfa Romeo. Napapidri gets a move done on Scott, aka AL2737, and he gets a move done. But we now look at Sprunky on Boris. Sprunky gets a really slimy and sticky traction. Here comes Napapidri on Sprunky around the outside, and Sprunky will fight back. Sprunky will fight back a lot, but unfortunately, traction is not good enough to fight with the Aston Martin.
But the Alfa Romeo, he just got in the game as well. Maybe he's just waiting for some mistakes, and he will just get P3.
Exactly. Now I'm looking at Napapidri on Boris. He is very close, but he won't go for the move down the inside yet. I'm looking at the
And
Alfa
the
Romeo
leader-
who's in the party. Go on, yeah.
And the leader just got a 3 seconds penalty, but the battle is in top 6.
Yeah, looking at Boris and Napapidri. Napapidri gets the move done. Can Sprunky also get the move done on Boris? It depends on how good of an exit Boris gets, and he doesn't get a good exit at all. Can Sprunky get the move done? Is it close enough? He's got the slipstream for sure. Will he go down the inside of Boris? This is for us in the views to see. He goes down the inside of Boris.
And he get the move.
There's a switchback. It depends if he's overtake. He is using overtake. He's got the slipstream and he goes onto the grass. Can the Alfa Romeo benefit from this? He's got overtake the Alfa Romeo, but not close enough to get the move done. Sector 3 yellow flags. I don't know what that's for.
Another 2 drivers, they just went for the soft.
Yeah, I see. Shigs and Belkatoska have gone for the soft. I'm now on board with the Alfa Romeo and Captain Blade who are fighting it out. Oh, look at the Alfa Romeo of Scott on Boris. He's got the move done. Boris goes onto the grass. And Captain Blade can now benefit down the inside. Go on, Cosmo, what were you saying?
What a move from the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, I saw that. And Boris finally pits.
That move.
Boris has pitted.
So Boris
Safety car!
pitted
Safety car!
Oh, and Boris just maybe had his luck.
Yeah, what a luck from Boris.
31 laps.
And he's pitting, he's got a penalty.
Laps on that.
Yeah.
No penalties. I think this is getting...
Interesting.
Exactly.
And Boris has got no penalties because he pitted, remember? And surely everyone will just follow and go on to slicks. We'll see what Swinotler does with 4 laps left in this race.
So Boris just took his soft tire.
Yeah.
And he will get a big advantage right now.
For sure, yeah.
The track will just dry, and when we'll dry, will be just...
like butter for Boris.
Exactly.
So we'll see what Swinotler does. Surely he'll pit on to... Well, to be fair, with the safety car, that's 2 laps already gone. So there's 2 laps to defend, but I think he'll go on to slicks. And he's pitting for... Oh no, he baited. He baited. Yeah. Neither is Napapidri, neither is Sprunky, who's on 22 lap odd intermediates. So we'll see what Boris can do.
Captain Blade as well. So everyone is just...
No one cares. No one cares about the slicks. They're all about the intermediate, except from Boris, Shakes, Jetfish, and that's about it.
But this is a gamble because if the truck dries in about a lap, like you know, it's just drying like suddenly.
But if everyone else is on intermediates, then it's fine, I guess. We'll see. I'm gonna stay on board with Boris for most of the race now to see how many positions he can make up in this race.
So we...
CJ Butch is out. What's happened to CJ? Actually, Maurice Daniel went straight into CJ Butch as well. So CJ Butch is now out, and Maurice Daniel got a 5-second time penalty for this.
What's going on here?
Yeah, CJ Butch crashed, and then Maurice Daniel went straight into him, I guess. And CJ Butch has been removed by the marshals on the track. So that's cleared up now. So that is our 6th DNF of this race.
That's understandable because...
Yeah, because of these tricky conditions.
And me personally, I had in the last lap.
Yeah, cause
so I can understand, and I can feel the pressure.
Yeah.
Especially on these conditions. But at the end, this was a good call for the Inter tires, guys.
I think Spinotto made the best call because he was under pressure to see who would make the best call, and Sminotler went for the intermediates and everyone else followed him. So, yeah.
And we just got 2 laps to go. So.
Martin's lap is a serious commentator tonight. It is myself, RPM Prof Pratik, and joining me as co-coms RPM Cosmo. Declan says my money is on the puppetry. Good shout, very good shout.
We've
but I
got
think
safety car in this lap, so
yeah, safety car's in. What's the penalty situation? I'll show you now. And who is staying on board with Cosmo? If you can stay on board with Boris, as Big Pug is a drive-through. If you can stay on board with Boris to see how he's doing, then I'll stay on board with Svinotler for the race restart.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Boris and...
Alright, cool.
Let's see.
Oh, hello, Sinful, mate. Here comes Svinotler. And they are 3 wide. Look at this battle. The Williams comes out in front, but the Aston Martin and Sprunky are also fighting. And Sprunky has now lost it in this battle, and he's going to go 4 down the order.
No way, no. Captain Blade lost it. And
Captain Blade's also lost. Oh, what's happened here?
That was crazy. But Boris is doing well.
We'll stay on board with
and
Boris here.
He just managed to keep it on track. He had a moment, but he just got few places from...
Yeah, exactly. I'm on board in the puppetry now, who's going for the switchback move on FCT the best. Remember, Declan's money is on the puppetry in the Aston Martin. Here he comes now, round the outside of FCT maybe. FCT keeps his inside line. Can the puppetry swoop round the inside? No, there's a bit of contact with the rear wheel and the front wheel, but that is it. And we now see Andrew and who are also fighting. Look at Shigs and One Wing. Maybe Shigs was over down the inside on those soft tyres. As I'll show you guys the tyres now. On the inside Shigs. But OWR One Wing keeps his outside line. And this is a very close battle between the intermediates and soft tyres. And a bit of contact between the rear and front. They are now nearly side by side. Going into turn 1 now. Shigs advantage. Can One Wing now get him with the slipstream and overtake? He's gone a bit wide. Here it goes now. One Wing with overtake enabled. Just too far away. Distraction from the soft tyres is too good. Andrew X has an enormous lock up there. And Maristano goes very wide.
And Boris just got a bit closer.
Yeah, Andrew X and Maristano are... Andrew X has a lead.
I think the dry tyres, they are just starting to go right now. Yeah,
but there's no point now. It's too late. It's just too late. And Boris, unfortunately, he had a good... Maybe with a couple more laps he could make such a good difference. Now on board with Smitotler, the British driver in the Red Bull, converting his pole into a win, leading pretty much every single lap of this race. Crosses the penultimate corner, now crosses through the final corner in the Red Bull. He crosses the flag in Spielberg in the pre-season race 2 of RPM, crosses the line to take P1, pre-season race run actually, sorry. The Papidri takes P2, FCT P3.
And the Aston Martin driver just got 18 positions.
Yeah, lovely drive. What a drive from
18.
last. From last in the Papidri. And Boris has actually gone up into P5 with no penalties, remember. Andrex takes P6, Renato takes P7, Shigs takes P8, Marius Daniel in the Ferrari takes P9, Jeffries P10, Big Puggy P11. One Wing just finishing off, crosses the line, goes up into P12. 11, sorry, Big Puggy P12. Sprunky, oh, Sprunky just DNF'd.
No.
And Captain Blade will cross the line to go to P13. And,
what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what's going on? No, Captain Blade. On the hard tyres, so I'm the best of grip, of course. But just crosses the line to come home in P13, and that is it. Driver of the day, of course, Nepapidri, and stay on board with us because we are doing post-race interviews. Cosmo. Great race, says Declan. Was hoping it would be dry, says Multi. Spritzy says congrats to Sminotler. He deserves it, Sminotler. An awesome race from Sminotler. 2 more laps in dry, says Boris. He's not happy with the weather conditions. And Sinful says Sprunky, nervous emoji. Alright, shall we do post-race interviews? Are you up for it? Cosmo?
Say again?
You can do post-race interviews?
I can do that. So.
You can't? Okay. We'll leave it then for now. I hope you enjoyed our race here in RPM, and I hope you all have a lovely evening. And good night from me, myself, and Cosmo.